Hey, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. You're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guests are the chairman of the African American Day Parade and African American Day Parade media coordinator. They join us to speak about the history and the legacy of the parade and to give us a preview of the 55th annual parade celebration. So please welcome to the show, Dorinda Bagwell-Angelucci and Yusuf Hasan, the chairman. Yeah, welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Here we are.
Hey, here we are once again.
Again.
55 years, can you believe it?
And how many years have
55
you been with us?
A lot of that.
Wow. Yes.
I remember.
A lot of that.
And you're still with us to
And
this
you're
day.
still with us
and it's a
today.
beautiful thing, you know, and it gets bigger and bigger every year, and people are talking about it all around, not only in the city and in Harlem, but all around the world.
Absolutely.
So, Dorinda, give us a little history of you. How did you get started? I know I used to work with your father there at the parade for many years.
Absolutely. It's you and me and Dad, Ed Bagwell, and his News Voice International.
Yes.
My father was the actual first audio engineer of the parade.
See?
And that's how we met you and WVLS and we became good friends. But I grew up with Dad and Yusuf being the engineer for Dad as a
Yeah.
teen. So this is 55 years for you and probably 50 years for me.
No, I've watched you run around helping Dad roll up wires and all that stuff. Can you turn yours down so Dad can turn this up just a little bit? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
So we used to coordinate like that. And you're still a coordinator
And we're
today.
still coordinating. And it's, you know, what a lovely thing. The parade for
Yeah.
me personally was the catalyst for my communications career. So
Yeah.
this is truly an anniversary in every form.
Yeah, and of course we knew the different types of speakers. Your dad had the voice of the theater speakers.
That's correct. Woofers. He had that big Magnum speaker.
yes.
And I actually disconnected a wire and I shorted it out at the parade one year. So I didn't live that down.
But it's good. Here we are. And Mr. Chairman, you've been doing such a wonderful job over the years putting all of this together with your team. How does it look this year?
Oh, the parade is great this year. I'm telling you, this is 55th anniversary of the African American Day Parade.
Yeah.
And you know, it started in 1969, and our theme was Africa's Gift to America. And our Grand Marshals at that time was the Honorable Adam Clayton Powell Jr. and the great Shirley Chisholm. And today we come full circle.
Yes.
Well, our theme this year is good leaders equals good government, so vote. Being in a pivotal year for politics, we have some great Grand Marshals that are going to be with us once again. And hopefully this parade will bring all of us into one place and one space that we are all in this together. Through all of these years, we still stand as one of the greatest parades in the city of New York.
It's funny that you said we come full circle because Shirley Chisholm,
Yep.
Kamala Harris,
That's right.
and then you still have the statue of Adam Clayton Powell right there on the corner where we operate, where we do our thing from, and the parade comes right through there. And so they're looking down. They say, "Wow, you
100%.
guys have come a long way."
Exactly. And you know, it started with all these other great young bands and organizations out there. Now we've grown to almost 200 organizations.
He started with
And
50, he said.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
50.
a small group.
Absolutely.
But
I keep asking the people that come from Maryland to bring some of those crab cakes in. We'll share some Harlem food with you. Bring those crab cakes in here.
That would be fine, wouldn't it? But
Look at this here.
Yes, this is our vintage picture. That's
Yes.
Abe Snyder, one of the founders of the parade, and his daughter Jasmine Robinson, and she is now one of the chairs and also the coordinator for the parade. So this is a parade of legacy, even on the internal and the external. Yes.
Now that's Tamara Norman that was next to him, and Tamara Norman is the vice chairman of the African American Day Parade to this day.
Yeah.
So she's still with us.
Is that David Dinkins?
That's David Dinkins,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
And
remember
Spike Lee is in that shot
Yeah,
also
wow,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Well, we got a lot of good shots. You know, we're gonna put it together. We can sit down and put all that stuff together one day and take a look at it and just
Well, the
roll it
African
through.
American Day Parade is the history and the legacy of our culture. And that's the importance of the parade, is kind of bringing a face to that and reminding the community of how far we've come, and
Yeah.
also impacting all of our beautiful young people to look up, you know, stand on the shoulders of others, correct?
Yeah.
So the African American Parade represents that as a visual to the community.
And absolutely. And we're doing something special. I think this is the second annual that we
Yes,
do
it
on
is.
Saturday.
This
Talk
is the
about that.
second annual Get Involved day. And at the Get Involved Day, which is a complete community day, it's a health fair, it's in literacy, it's entertainment and culture. We're going to have out on the plaza under Adam Clayton Powell's beautiful shadow, kids getting read to and food. And it's just a day and a weekend of complete investment into our young people and into our Harlem community.
It's the day before the day.
And then we want to make sure that this is just not about a party or a good
correct.
time. We want to make sure it's about education as well as commemorating our ancestors, but also to make sure we focus on 5 areas that strengthens our community on that particular day, which is health, education, business, and culture.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great day for all of us to be there together, especially for our children, to make sure they get books and things, back to school services, and as well as education in our community about mental health. We'll be focusing on the panel this year on mental health.
Why is that so big?
Well, you know, a lot of people just need the support. You know, their stresses, not even just about COVID, right? We just have stresses any which way, work, career, feeling kind of self-worth and value. So mental health is constantly an issue in the Black community, in any community. But because we are a Harlem-based organization, we're trying to help support our people in our neighborhood and our community.
No, a lot of people putting things together have that within their initiative to talk about mental health.
And I
because
think a lot of our young people have identity crises. And I think we need to focus in on what their needs are in the future. We see so much going on in the world today.
Yeah.
And I think it's making a great impact on the mental health of our young people, on how we could at least have a vision to see how we can help them in some way by listening to what their needs are and supporting them in that particular area.
African American Day Parade, doing it, I tell you. And then Sunday.
That's the big day.
Sunday, we have a little something before the parade starts.
At
Talk
11
about it. What's gonna
o'clock,
happen?
there's the pre-show, again, at 125th Street, Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, under, you know, the statue. There's a DJ, and there's a Get Involved, and it's just to kind of hype the community and get them all in place. Lots of vendors, lots of food, lots of mixed cultural things. And that actually is really the prerequisite to the parade. Then kickoff is back at 111th Street on Adam Clayton Powell. They're going to process up Adam Clayton Powell to 137th Street, and all of the bands, or we'll just say the entertainment, will of course have their presentation spot in front of the grandstand at the 125th Street.
And what's important about the grandstand is the area that we're going to have for our senior citizens.
100%.
We have a special place for our seniors. You know, sometimes they're unsung heroes, especially in the African American community, where they've been working hard in these apartment buildings, trying to hold their families together through all the crises that we've experienced, from Jim Crowism all the way to the Civil Rights Movement, even to this day, the suffering that goes on in our community with gun violence and other things of that nature. But our grandmothers and great-grandmothers and fathers and uncles, they've been really holding the line. So we have a tent, a special place for them to sit on and watch the parade. And we have food to give them so they can relax. And we want to make sure that they are cared for on that particular day.
It would be a good thing. We used to get them back in the day with WLIB. I think Janie Washington got them at the time. Those cushions, like when you go to a stadium. Remember those cushions?
Yes.
We still have some of the WLIB.
We should bring them out for nostalgia. We're a nostalgic parade. We should bring them back out.
That's right. We'll talk about that next year.
Yes, we will. Certainly. Whatever you would like to do, we want to make sure our seniors are very comfortable.
But I got to let you know that the first person to broadcast from the African American Day Parade was Hal Jackson.
Hal Jackson. Talented teens.
Yeah, one of the people who started WBLS and WLIB with Percy Sutton.
That's right.
Not
He
too
and
far
Deb-
from that location.
He and Debbie B used to always sit there and do their show right from that parade stand.
They were
on
under
that
the
Sunday.
tent. I was in the street.
That's right. And you're still in the street.
And you're still in the street. And, this
And
is
they're still
wonderful.
under the tent
Yeah, they're still under the
because
tent.
their spirit is with us.
That's right. That's right.
We're always going to remember them.
Absolutely.
One of the big growth spurts this year for the African American Day Parade is that.
While you're talking, go
Oh
ahead.
my goodness.
I'm sorry, but go ahead.
No, that's great. It's, you know, that's great.
Yes,
It's a little
yes,
short.
yes.
That's great. It's Jesse Jackson
Yes.
and Adam Clayton Powell. This is beautiful. I'm
With
so
Al
glad.
Sharpton in there.
Yes. and
Great,
Al, I
great
think-
man, great man.
One of the very, very
sorry for
important
interrupting
things.
you.
Oh no, is this is the first year that we're going to be able to live stream the parade, and it's a really big growing up for this little India that could parade.
Yes.
That we're going to bring. You know, we're going to cross over into like really sharing nationwide the parade, and we're very excited about that. WABC is streaming the parade. It's the first time at WABC7NY.com. So between you and BLS and ABC, we really have come up in a long way.
Hey, here we go.
And we
Now,
s-
yeah, I see on the back of this you have some of the honorees.
Oh, they have some great grand
yes.
marshals this year, and I think, you know, we really need to honor them because they really have some integrity. Many of them have great integrity. They are great leaders in our community.
Yeah.
And we need to just make sure that people know that one of our Attorney General, Letitia James, is just a great leader in our community and have been that way all of her career, along with our Speaker, you know, Adrian Adams, you know,
Yeah.
Speaker of City Council, and certainly New York State Senator Cordia Clare.
Yeah, and there's one of the Central Park Five.
And
Yes.
yes,
Salam.
the exonerated 5, Yusuf Salam. It's amazing how far the brothers have come, and
He's
the
an
fact
elected
that
official
they're
now.
exactly, and the fact that they're active in the community that supported them, and of course, as you know, the parade starts down in front of, pretty near the gates for the exonerated 5 at Central Park. So that's another piece of our, you know, Harlem history
Yeah.
that we're, you know, celebrating.
Before we wrap, all good things need a little extra help, whether it be volunteers, funds, or anything like that. Do you want to reach
Absolutely.
out to some people to
Would you like me to
ask?
share?
Sure.
We at the African American Day Parade, the floats are free for people to participate. A lot of the parade is put together by donations, but we want the community members.
Say hello to my little friend.
We really want the community members to participate, and we want to support them participating for free. Of course, we'll get sponsorship from corporate sponsors, but donations will go to help support them having a place in the community, being showcased, and secondly, and more importantly, actually, is it also supports the scholarship fund, the Abe Snyder and Lucinda Scholarship Fund. We give 6 different scholarships to students and to businesses. So cash donations are extremely important and vital to the African Day Parade organization.
Where do we send them?
We send it online. We have an online link. You know,
It's on the website?
it's absolutely on the website.
And the
It's very
website is?
www.africanamericandayparade.org. And everything is written out, laid out for you on that website.
There you go.
And no donation is too small. Seriously, this is. No
And I'll just
donation
make a
is too-
point about that. You know, this parade have never charged our community anything to participate in the parade. And we want to make sure that stays in place because I think we've already taken a lot of hits from different areas in the community. You know, everything is so expensive these days, so why would we want to charge our own people the money to be in their own parade? And that's important to me, and I'm sure it's important to the board of directors.
Well, listen, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you at the parade.
I'm gonna see you at the
Well,
parade.
I'll see you before then because we have the press conference and all that stuff coming up.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you always for
Yes.
supporting.
Oh, Yusuf Hasan, co-chairman, African American Day Parade, and of course, Dorinda Bagwell-Angelucci, African American Day Parade media coordinator and publicist. Thank you guys so much for joining us. all right?
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
We'll see you soon.
Okay, Bob.
God bless you. I love you guys madly.
You too.
All right.
You too, brother.
We'll take a quick break. I've got more coming up next on Open.